All right, so here's the next one in this series of businesses for sale, and I look at it and I decide, would I buy it? What do I like? What do I not like about this business? So this one today is a Phoenix, Arizona-based food truck and mobile catering company. So the first thing I look at is asking price, $7.9 million. So I'm thinking, okay, that's not just one truck. That's got to be a pretty sizable operation. And then I look at gross revenue, $15.5 million. That is definitely a sizable operation. Even a busy restaurant, like a busy In-N-Out, is only $4 to $5 million annually, or a Chick-fil-A, $4 to $5 million annually. So you think of the volume that 3 or 4 Chick-fil-A's or In-N-Outs is doing, you get a sense of the size of operation that this business is for sale. So then I look at their EBITDA, which is basically the amount of money that the owner is benefiting from running this business. And that I see is a disappointingly low $1.2 million. So you got $15.5 million of revenue running through your business, only being able to keep $1.2 million is not a great profit margin. It's less than 10%. Now, restaurants don't always make the most money, but you can do well with a restaurant. This one, it seems like, is on the lower end of the spectrum. Let's scroll down a little bit and see if there's anything else that'll maybe sway our opinion. Well, okay, so one thing I see right here, they've included real estate of $4.5 million. So that changes the numbers a little bit. It's gross revenue. So it changes maybe the asking price, but not the revenue. So the revenue was not, the $4.5 million was not in the revenue. It is in the asking price. So if we take $4.5 million off the asking price, then really they're asking a pretty reasonable number for the EBITDA, about 3 times, which is what a lot of businesses sell for, about 3 times the profit number, or the EBITDA number in this case. But still, I would hesitate because I just think the higher the profit margin, the more safety there is in the business, because you can have sales go down, you can have expenses go up, you can invest in growth, and there's still profit left. If your profit margin is under 10%, and you're buying the business using a loan, which now you have large loan payments to make, there's just not very much left to grow the business or weather downturns or pay yourself back for that investment. So it says it's 4.2 acres of property, which contains improvements. They've been established for 5 decades, okay? And they have a fleet of over 80 trucks, including 20 gourmet trucks, offering daily service via standard routes. Phoenix, I can't imagine standing in a food truck in Phoenix at noon in August. Ooh, that would be rough. They also handle catering, special occasions, private parties, and corporate events. So, I don't know. I would be on the fence about this business. I definitely don't love the small profit margins. The price, once you factor in the real estate, isn't unreasonable for the size of it, but I would want to see those profit margins be able to improve. And if they've been running it for 50 years and they're doing it well, then you'd think maybe they have squeezed everything out of it. Maybe that's just the margins they run on. I'd want to look into that more. And just the headache of managing a fleet of 80 trucks, that also doesn't sound like something that would be worth it to me to make $1 million, which maybe sounds not like, if you paid me $1 million, I'd manage 80 trucks. But it's not just managing 80 trucks, it's the whole business, but also it has 80 trucks, which means at any given time, probably 5 of them are going to be in the repair shop, and they're going to need oil changes, they're going to need DMV registration, they're going to need all kinds of, you're going to get in accidents, you're going to have insurance claims, and then you're serving food with all the hassles and liability that comes with serving food. So all in all, if I had $4 million, say, to buy a business with, this one would be pretty low down on my list of ones to consider. I think there's a lot simpler, less headache, less management intensive businesses that you could get for the same price and get the same or better return. So for the right operator, this could make a lot of sense, but for me personally, there's way more headache involved in managing this giant operation than the return is going to provide for it.